Good morning to everyone.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. बच्चा है बच्चा Today we have to go through the vitreous. Very interesting chapter for MCQ point of view and for ophthalmic surgeon too. Just as we know, three coats of the eye: sclera and cornea, uveal tissues, and retina. There is anterior chamber and posterior chamber in front of the lens, and behind the lens a chamber that occupy the parts that's called vitreous. Vitreous, the weight of the vitreous is 4 gram. Its volume is 4 ml, and it fills the 80% of the eyeball. Very easy to memorize this thing. Vitreous is weight 4 grams, volume is 4 ml, and it fills the 4/5 of the eyeball, means 80% of the eyeball. Just its contour, and it occupies the place just behind the lens and just in front of the optic disc and retina. In the behind the lens occupy these things in front of the lens and posteriorly behind the behind of retina. This is the structure, and just for easy purpose we draw two types of image: a standing posture and supine posture. It is stagnant and immobile fluid. It is stagnant and immobile, not served by any blood vessels. There is no any blood vessels in secondary vitreous or definitive vitreous. Not actively generated. It is never generated. If it lost during the ophthalmic surgery, then we have to put the vitreous substitute. If any substance enters in the vitreous humor, it will remain suspended in it because there is no any blood vessels, there is no any current to flow. That's why if any object is dropped in the vitreous, it remains suspended in it. As during the ocular surgery, there may be posterior capsular rent, and the fragment of the lens or total lens may sink inside the vitreous, or during trauma, blunt trauma, due to zonular dehiscence, the lens may drop in the vitreous. During injury, any foreign body that may suspended in the vitreous. If it is inside the vitreous, it is now suspended. It provides viscoelasticity, plasticity, and tensile strength so that it protects retina from shock by contusion trauma. If there is any concussion injury and blunt injury, like brain, in cranium, if anybody having contusion, the effect is just opposite side to that. If anyone giving the blunt trauma to the eye, the cornea, the concussion effect goes on the retina. This is a physical tamponade. It protects the retina from the shock wave and any injury and blunt trauma. It is transparent in nature, so serve the optical function. From the cornea to the retina, the all medium should be transparent for making a image of any object. In front of the cornea, the media should also be transparent. In foggy, the media is not transparent. In that cases, image may be blurred. So from media to the retina, all the structures should be transparent. That's why vitreous is also transparent. Mechanically stabilize the globe. If a pathway for is a pathway for nourishment to reach the lens and retina. Vitreous is a pathway for nourishment of the lens and retina. Vitreous body, the network of collagen and hyaluronic acid. Nature of vitreous. First concept, extracellular matrix. Some concept shows that told that vitreous is extracellular matrix, and second concept is a specialized simple connective tissue. Vitreous at the center or at the medulla, it is soil-like, and at the cortex and outer side, it is gel-like. Just we have, as there is some questions asking from the immunology. Immunology is very interesting of the vitreous. Okay. Immunology, origin of this vitreous is a neuroectoderm and mesoderm. When the organ is developing in the womb of the mother, gestational phase, the vitreous, that is the primary vitreous, that is mesodermal in origin. Later on, when the metamorphosis is fulfilled, when baby is matured inside the womb, later on at the after delivery, it will disappear. Another portion of the vitreous is neuroectoderm, that is secondary or definitive vitreous, secreted by neuroectoderm of the optic disc. Definitive vitreous, it pushes the primary vitreous with hyaloid artery entirely. Hyaloid means also the vitreous. Hyaloid and vitreous both are synonymous. When the secondary vitreous is developed, it pushes the primary vitreous and hyaloid artery entirely. Third one is tertiary vitreous. It is the MCQ. In ciliary region, represented by ciliary zonules. In embryology, we learned that embryologically vitreous is formed by neuroectoderm and mesoderm. In mesoderm, it is later disappear. This is primary vitreous. But in the later life, neuroectoderm origin. Secondary and definitive vitreous secreted by neuroectoderm appendix. Definitive vitreous, it pushes primary vitreous with hyaloid artery entirely. Tertiary vitreous in ciliary region represented by ciliary zonules. Parts of the vitreous. There are two parts of the vitreous. Peripheral, outer, that is adjacent to the anteriorly lens, zonules and ciliary body, and posteriorly to the retina. It is cortex, and central is the medulla or nucleus, main vitreous body. It is inside the cortex. Clear? Here we draw two type of picture for better visualization. Anterior portion means the attachment, the base of the vitreous is any object having two, base and apex. Base should be broader and apex should be narrower. The base of the vitreous is around the ora serrata. Ora serrata means what? The extreme periphery of the retina and pars plana. 2 millimeter of the ora serrata and 2 millimeter of the pars plana. This is the firm attachment of the vitreous. This is the base of the vitreous. and apex is just at the optic disc. The anterior to the ora serrata, it is called anterior hyoid membrane, and posterior to the ora serrata, it is called posterior hyoid membrane. Membrane means that portion is cortical or outermost portion that attach with the peripheral structures. So from the base of the vitreous anterior is anterior hyoid membrane, and from the base or attachment of the vitreous, yeah, firm attachment of the vitreous, posterior is posterior hyoid membrane. Its loose attachment in the posterior hyoid membrane. The posterior hyoid membrane is loosely attached with the internal limiting membrane of the retina and a potential space between them, that is called subhyaloid space. The subhyaloid space is nothing but a potential space that is between the posterior hyoid membrane with the retinal portions, internal limiting membrane. This is surgically very important portion. That's why in note, base is broader near the lens, apex is narrower near the optical disc. So there is no any confusion what is base and what is apex. The attachment where it is firmly attached is base, and base of the vitreous is ora serrata, means extreme of the retina 2 millimeter, and from pars plana adjacent to that is 2 millimeter. 4 millimeter is a circular area of the 4 millimeter is the base of the vitreous. Anterior to that, vitreous anterior hyoid membrane vitreous occupy the anatomical structure of the lens. Posterior portion of the lens is more convex. That's why in the vitreous there is a cup-like depression for occupy the lens. That is a depression. That depression is called gross in the gross anatomy. That space is called patellar fossa. Patellar fossa is nothing but a space to occupy the contour of the lens in the vitreous anteriorly. That is patellar fossa. In the patellar fossa, there is Burgess space between posterior lens capsule to base of the vitreous. There is Mittendorf dots. A tag of tissue shows the previous attachment of hyaloid artery. During the development of the baby, the nutrition supply of the anterior part of the eye developing is from the hyaloid artery. After full maturation, the primary vitreous is disappear. Sometimes a tag of attachment, a tag of tissues shows the previous attachment of the hyaloid artery just posterior capsule of the lens. Here, patellar fossa is the depression in the vitreous to occupy the posterior contour of the lens. There is also a space of Mortigiani. Like there is the space of Burgess space between lens and vitreous, like that. Optic nerve, optic disc, and remnant of the hyaloid canal or Calcutt canal, there is a space. That space is called the space of Mortigiani. Burgess space is anterior side and space of Mortigiani in the posterior side. A Calcutt canal from a space of Burgess to the space of Mortigiani. A canal means a tube like a canal. Okay, patellar fossa, the depression one. Posterior hyoid membrane, loose attachment with retina with space available. Next one is the Burgmeister's papilla. As Mittendorf dots in the posterior portion of the capsule, like that, there is a tuft of tissues at the optic disc, the remnant of the hyaloid artery. That is known as Burgmeister papilla. There is some tough words in the anatomy of the vitreous, but I want to make it simplify. I am just saying one thing. Burgess space in the anterior one, behind the lens, and space of Mortiziani at the optic dishes, mitten dots posterior of the posterior capsule, and Burgmeister's papilla is the tuft of tissue at the optic disc. All these are the remnants. It shows the primary features. During development of the eyeball, when the eyeball is fully developed, haloid vessels runs between optic disc to back of the lens. This haloid vessel with surrounding embryonic material that is mesodermal in origin is called primary fetus. Primary fetus is nothing but the haloid vessel with the mesodermal tissues surrounding the haloid vessel. This is called primary fetus. This haloid vessel carries nutrients and oxygen to the entire part of the eye. Later on, it is primary fetus disappear, occupied by secondary or definitive fetus, that is neuroectodermal in origin. The haloid canal or colloid canal, a canal from optic disc to the posterior pole of the lens for a center of the fetus body. Base of the fetus, firm attachment, 2 millimeter of fora serrata and 2 millimeter of pars plana, that is the base of the fetus is 4 millimeter. In these things, I have go through the anatomy, embryology, and little introduction of the fetus. Now we have go through, there is some interesting thing about the fetus is the composition of the fetus. The composition of fetus is 99% water, some inorganic salts, some sugars, and ascorbic acids. Large molecule of hyaluronic acid, basal cells is called halocytes. A network of collagen fibril type 2 fibers with glycosaminoglycan. Vitreous humor has a viscosity 2 to 4 times that of water, giving it a gelatinous consistency, and the refractive index of that is 1.336. Metabolic exchange between systemic circulation and vitreous humor is very slow because there is no any vessels in definitive vitreous. Sometimes the fluid of choice for postmortem or analysis of glucose used vitreous is used. Symptoms and sign of the disease of the fetus. There are some diseases. As we know the anatomy of the structure, the physiology of the structure. After that, we have go through the some disorder and disease of that particular organ. In disease person, I am there is some developmental disorder. There is vitreous liquefaction, vitreous opacities, vitreous detachment, vitreous hemorrhages. All these are the disorders of the vitreous. Any organ having some developmental disorder, as vitreous has, some having some liquefaction in vitreous, some having some opacity in vitreous, and maybe vitreous may be detached from their attachment points, and there may be hemorrhages from surrounding tissues in the vitreous. That is vitreous hemorrhage. So we have to go through the developmental disorders, vitreous liquefaction, vitreous opacity, vitreous detachment, and vitreous hemorrhages and their management. In such a way, I want to told you something. If any organ develops properly in the embryologically or in the womb of the mother, if it develop, some organ disappear totally, some having some remnants. Such if development is proper, if development arrested or if development halted at any phase, then that organ having no metamorphosis to final projection, in such cases, the remnant of that may occur. It is not only the vitreous, it is found in all the structures in our bodies. The disorders of the vitreous is developmental disorder, persistent hypoplastic primary vitreous. As I have told you, the primary vitreous, the origin of primary vitreous is mesodermal. If eye globe totally developed, this remnant may not occur. When eyeball is not fully developed, in that cases, the persistence of hyperplastic primary vitreous. Feature क्या होगा इसका? Is it present as opacity, that is Leukocoria. Leukocoria means क्या हुआ? White pupillary reflex. Second one is microphthalmia. As I have told you, microphthalmia is why? Because the structure of the eye is not properly developed. If not properly developed, it arrested at some stage. Arrested means it is microphthalmia, smaller eye. Developmentally, it is smaller eye. Fractional retinal detachment, congenital cataract. All these are the association and feature of the primary hyperplastic vitreous. Treatment of that is very poor prognosis. Next one is vitreous liquefaction. Vitreous liquefaction means क्या? It is simply the liquefy कर जाना. जो उसका स्ट्रक्चर है या उसका जो इंग्रेडिएंट्स है वो लिक्विफाई कर जाएगा. This liquefaction is degenerative disorder. There is two words, synthesis and syneresis. In synthesis, this is liquefaction, and syneresis is collapse of the vitreous. These two words. The vitreous liquefaction, it may be in gel and salt stage, but when the gel is liquefied, that may occur in cases of old ages, age-related liquefaction of the vitreous. That is more common and it is above the 50 years. In myopic cases, myopia is also a cases the degenerative changes occurs in the vitreous. In myopia, what happened? Our eye globe is enlarging, but sclera is so tough. As age advances, the myopic patient having the vitreous in the liquefaction form, vitreous is liquefied in some post-inflammatory conditions like uveitis. Trauma to the vitreous. If any blunt trauma to the vitreous, vitreous may be liquefied. Radiation effect may occur. All these are the picture of the liquefaction of the vitreous. Like that, there is some opacities inside the vitreous. If vitreous having some opacity means opaque material, either cholesterol salts or calcium salts. If there is some calcium salts in the vitreous cavity, that looks like a star. If you see through the slit lamp, you find in the vitreous there is white color minutely moving star-like structure. That is called star means asteroid hyalosis. This is the opacity inside the vitreous. We have go through the developmental disorder. After that, there is vitreous liquefaction. After that, there is vitreous opacities. These vitreous opacities due to the salts present in the vitreous. That may be due to calcium salts. That calcium salt is white in nature. That is looking like a star in the sky. That's why we have taken the terminology from the nature, from the surrounding. In this case, asteroid hyalosis means star-like picture in the vitreous cavity and in the hyaloid effect. This is asteroid hyalosis, calcium containing lipids. In second one is synthesis scintillans, cholesterolosis bulbi. Then there is cholesterol salts present. This is called synthesis scintillans. Cholesterol is colored golden rain. If it is found inside the globe, if we move the globe, it is looks like a shower in the vitreous, showering of golden rains, beautiful shower-like picture. This is cholesterol salts. So in vitreous opacity, and that opacity may occur due to another foreign bodies. If any foreign bodies go to the vitreous, it also looks like say. If any worm, infestations of the worm, if in the vitreous, it also looks like a opacities. All these are the pictures. Another first one is degenerative disorder, second one is liquefaction disorder, third one is posterior opacities and asteroid hyalosis or synthesis scintillans. Another one is vitreous detachment. Vitreous is firmly attached at two places. One base of the vitreous, another one at the optic discs. If vitreous is detached from their attachment, this is known as vitreous detachment. The most common detachment is from the optic discs. In that, there is no proper management of the posterior vitreous detachment. Come to the vitreous hemorrhages. Vitreous hemorrhages usually occurs from the retinal blood vessel because it have no vessel. If there is any vitreous hemorrhages that may from the retinal blood vessels. If having retinal pathology as in the hypertensive retinopathy or in diabetic retinopathy and any another disorders, the blood vessels leakage and that blood is coming inside the vitreous. That is vitreous hemorrhages. Cause of the vitreous hemorrhage is retinal tear, inflammatory diseases, vascular disorders, metabolic disorders, and an exudative age-related macular degeneration. I want to say in nutshell, any neoplasm, bleeding disorder, any pathology who, who affect the blood vessels of the retina, the blood pour inside the vitreous. That is vitreous hemorrhages. If it is vitreous hemorrhages, it will take more time to disappear because there is no any blood vessel to wash it. It is takes 3 to 6 months to disappear inside the vitreous cavity. Clinical feature: anterior vitreous hemorrhages, mid vitreous hemorrhages, posterior vitreous hemorrhages, and total vitreous hemorrhages. Symptoms: floaters of sudden onset. If there is a rupture of the blood vessel, then floaters. Floaters means what? Any object, if it is beyond the cornea, the image is cast on the retina. If the object is between the lens and behind the lens in the vitreous cavity, that object casts the image in the visual field. That is floaters. If there is any hemorrhages, any opacities, any insult to the vitreous that is opaque in nature, cast the images in front of the visual field. That is floaters. Sudden painless loss of vision. Clear? All these are the picture of the fat of the vitreous hemorrhages. Complete absorption. It will take 4 to 8 weeks to become complete absorption. There is organization of hemorrhages with formation of LH white debris that may persist. Complication like vitreous liquefaction, degeneration, and khaki cell glaucoma in aphakia, retinitis proliferans. All these are the fate of the vitreous hemorrhages. Treatment: there is conservative treatment consists of bed rest and elevation of patient's head. Treatment of the cause: whatever may be the cause, if you treat the cause of the hemorrhage, we stop the vitreous hemorrhages. Vitrectomy may occur if vitreous hemorrhage is so organized and hamper the visual activity. On that case, through the pars plana route, we go and we do the vitrectomy and cut the opaque portions of the vitreous and remove it. And if the space of the vitreous that is lost is fulfilled by the vitreous substitute. Another one is the vitrectomy. We have to go through the vitrectomy. I want to say we have completed the congenital or developmental disorder. Another one, degenerations like vitreous liquefaction and detachment, vitreous detachment from their attachment points, vitreous opacities, asteroid halosis, and syncytial scintillance. Another one is vitreous hemorrhages. Now, we have very interesting topic is vitrectomy. Before the vitrectomy, I want to say something. It is the main catastrophe of the ophthalmic surgeon who doing the cataract surgery. During cortical wash on any step of the cataract surgery or instrumentation or Jannular's weak, or posterior capsule so weak. On that cases, there may be rupture of the posterior capsule. Then what will happen? The lens sink in the vitreous. That is main catastrophe of cataract doing surgeon. On that case, we call the vitreous surgeon, the vitreoretinal surgeon, and that what they go through the pars plana, and pars plana it remove the lens and it give the substitute of the vitreous to fulfill that portion. Another one is in cases of retinal detachment. If retina is detached, if two surface detached, what our motto? To reattach of them. On that cases, we go through the pars plana route, and from inside we give the vitreous substitute. Up from outside we do the buckling. Sclera indent and retina inflate, both of them attach. This is the retinal detachment and again reattachment that is done by the vitreous surgeon. On that way, the vitrectomy is one of the main point. If any surgeon doing the operation or any traumatic eye, if vitreous comes inside the anterior chamber, just imagine anyone अपने जगह पर महफूज रहना चाहता है, but vitreous come inside the anterior chamber either due to trauma or either due to cataract surgery, posterior capsular tear, it is the rent. This comes inside the anterior chamber. So what will damage it? It just clog the angle of the cornea. In that way, aqueous will not pass properly. It may cause secondary glaucoma. Vitreous attached any surface of the anterior chamber, it irritates them. If it just touch the cornea, cornea will always irritating, and cranial configuration is long term lost out. And pupil is irregular. All these are the complications. How we face this one? Do the proper vitrectomy. Vitrectomy means there is total remove the anterior chamber having the vitreous either due to trauma or cataract surgery. You remove all that things and just keep the remnant of the vitreous in the vitreous capacity. You clean the pupillary areas. It can be managed by two types. Open sky means when you are doing the surgery, you make a tunnel, you do the open sky. Another one is do with the open sky a sponge vitrectomy, and another is vitrector with vitrector. So just you imagine. A sponge vitrectomy is what? If any vitreous is coming like a such a diya and bati, like vitreous is diya and its tag of the remnants is coming in the wound is like a bati. If it will not cut or remove, it just occlude the margins of the wound. It never leaving them to fibrosis or any wound healing. Another one is vitreous tag is infected from outside, the endophthalmitis will occur. In nutshell, we have to do the proper vitrectomy and remove the vitreous properly. Traditional, there is no any equipment. All persons doing the vitrectomy with the sponge vitrectomy. It is open sky. Do the sponge and tag and cut it from the vena scissor. But it is so old-fashioned. But in emergency, it can done recently now. Then we do use the instrument vitrector. It will clean the vitreous that will come in the inside the anterior chamber. After cleaning that, one of the stain that shows if any remnant of the vitreous inside the anterior chamber, it will show. That's why it will give to inside the vitreous to triamcinolone. It gives inside to just delineate or to stain the vitreous. So we can remove any portion or small things from that vitreous cavity. So we have to put for staining. After staining, we can remove it. Okay. This is the known as a triamcinolone, one of the molecule, as you know, it is used inside the way. IV uses and it removed. Clear? Pars. Another route is pars plana vitrectomy. Pars plana vitrectomy is we go through the pars plana route. There is no retina. It is we take the anatomical benefits. We take the anatomical benefits. Here is retina is not present. We go through the pars plana route. One is for illumination, another is cutter, a third one is for the infusion. These three pore is made inside it and given to that we do the vitrectomy from the 25 gauge or 27 gauge as we needed. That's why it is triamcinolone acetonide. One of the it is a staining, not any. It only delineate the vitreous. It only stain. It is after the staining with the vitreous, its color is white. If you put inside the anterior chamber, that is triamcinolone acetonide. It inject inside the and it colors changes the white that we can remove any fragment of the vitreous that is come inside the anterior chamber. Lastly, we have go through the vitreous substitute. There is some vitreous substitute. If we know 4 gram of the vitreous, 4 ml of the vitreous, in due to surgery or due to maneuvering, if there is loss of vitreous, if you know we substitute the vitreous, then what will occur? The iris diaphragm is go deep. If anatomy is disturbed, no physiology changes, it will go in the pathology. In such cases, we do the vitreous substitute. So there is some available vitreous. Most common is air. It is the internal tamponade. Another one is physiological solution, ringer lactate and balanced salt solution. There are some gases who behaves and it is vitreous substitute. That is sulfur hexafluoride and octafluoropropane used as vitreous substitute. Another one is silicon oil, sodium halonate, perfluorocarbon liquid. It is heavy and mainly used to assist removal of dislocated lens nucleus or IOL from the vitreous cavity. All these are the vitreous substitute. This vitreous substitute used to overcome or replace vitreous to place in position. So there is some materials like air is. If you do any retinal surgery, the vitreous may come out, or any injury, or in ocular surgery. In many retinal surgery, we give the vitreous substitute, inflate it to reattachment of the retina with their concerned part. All these are the vitreous substitute. In nutshell, we all going through the introduction of the vitreous, then gross anatomy of the vitreous, then embryology of the vitreous, and there is some degenerative changes, that is liquefaction, some congenital disorders, developmental disorders, and some vitreous opacities like steroid hallosis or such sentinels. And there is posterior vitreous detachment, PVD, and vitreous hemorrhages and their proper management. Due to ultrasound, we can delineate the disease or the stage of the vitreous. All these are in brief about the vitreous. Now, we have go through some MCQ questions. Vitreous is attached to the following structure, except option is retina, lens, ciliary epithelium near ora serrata, and optic disc. Vitreous is attached to the following structure, except retina, it is attached, ciliary epithelium near ora serrata also attached, and optic disc attached, Lens is the structure where vitreous is not attached. There is some space between them. Patellar fossa, Burgess space. Which of the following is not a source of nutrient to cornea? Air, aqueous, perilimbal capillaries, and vitreous. The vitreous hemorrhage is the answer. Asteroid hallosis is clinically symptomless. It is bilaterally, usually crystalline, spherical bodies. All of the above. Synthesis scintillans is seen in eye which have suffered from the trauma, from inflammatory diseases, or both. Answer is both. The cause of vitreous degeneration includes myopia, cyclitis, amyloidosis. All of the above. Subhyaloid hemorrhages occurs between retina and vitreous, behind retina, within vitreous, none of the above. As I have told you, what is the subhyaloid space? We know posterior to the base of the vitreous is posterior hyaloid membrane. It is loosely attached with the internal limiting membrane of the retina. So that space is subhyaloid space. The hemorrhage of subhyaloid hemorrhage means it is between retina and vitreous. A is the answer. The treatment of vitreous hemorrhages includes all except bed rest with elevation of head, photocoagulation, vitrectomy, lensectomy. Answer is lensectomy. It is not the treatment of vitreous hemorrhages. The complication of vitreous bands and membranes are retinal edema, retinal detachment, retinal hole formation, all of the above. Answer is all of the above. Just see what is vitreous band. If there is hemorrhages, that hemorrhages, there may be fibrosis. All these are the sign of inflammation. Fibrosis means what? It has the traction. It may detach the retina. If any found band inside the vitreous, it may detach the retina. So, complication of vitreous band and membranes what? Maybe retinal edema, maybe retinal detachment, maybe retinal hole formation, all of the above. Clinical feature of vitreous loss include aphakic glaucoma. Yes. If vitreous loss comes inside the anterior chamber and it occlude the angle, there may be aphakic glaucoma, right? Another is up-down pupil. Yes, pupil may be up-down because I have told you if vitreous is coming or come inside the anterior chamber, it changes and make the pupil irregular. Macular edema. Yes, vitreous is nothing but like a spring. If one strength of it will come, the traction or spring-like forces goes all parts of the attachment of the vitreous. So there may be macular edema. Then answer is all of the above. Means the clinical feature of vitreous loss is aphakic glaucoma true, up-down pupil true, macular edema true, all of the above. Vitreous abscess is commonly due to all except penetrating injury, hordelum internum, post-operative infection, septicemia. Hordelum internum is affection of the lid, not of the vitreous. So answer is C. Common cause of vitreous hemorrhage includes all except trauma, diabetic retinopathy, Eales disease, and choroiditis. Answer is correct. Eales disease means periphlebitis retini. और डिटेल में हम लोग जब रेटिना पढ़ेंगे तो उसमें जाएंगे. Eales disease nothing but periphlebitis retini. All three means trauma, diabetic retinopathy, and Eales disease. All causes the vitreous hemorrhage except choroiditis. Affection of choroid. Synthesis sentinels is due to Asteroid bodies, muscivolitans, amyloid, and cholesterol crystal. I have told you two types of crystal. One is calcium salts, another is cholesterol. Cholesterol salt is Sanchisi scintillans and asteroid halosis में calcium salts रहेगा. Vitrectomy is indicated in vitreous loss during cataract surgery, right? Retinal detachment associated with traction band, right? Endophthalmitis, right? All of the above. In cases of endophthalmitis, if there is fungal, it may be bacterial. Any affection or infection of the vitreous causes organization, make a colony. So for remove the load of the colony, infective organism, we have to first take the vitreous, go through the culture and sensitivity to know the organism for treatment of the endophthalmitis. Injection that may be given to systemic, orally or injectable, or there may be given intravitreal injection to do the endophthalmitis, to treat the endophthalmitis. Also to treat the another retinal disorders, macular disorders. This is one of the means to treat the retinal disorder through the vitreous. Any antibiotics, anti-inflammatory medications or newer medications, all are given through the vitreous, through the vitreous route. Cases, vitrectomy is indicated in vitreous loss during cataract surgery, retinal detachments, and endophthalmitis. In cases of endophthalmitis, we do vitrectomy also. Feature of asteroid bodies in vitreous include clinically innocuous, usually bilateral, calcium crystal, right? All of them. The vitreous contains hyaluronic acid, a dilute solution of salts, plasma protein, and collagen, all of the above. Another question is, which of the following is false statement about vitreous? Anatomically, vitreous is present in anterior segment. Vitreous largely contain water and hyaluronic acid. The strongest attachment of vitreous base is at ora serrata. Vitreous is attached anteriorly to the lens. Answer is anatomically vitreous is present in anterior chamber. It is wrong. It is behind the lens, not in the anterior chamber. Mucopolysaccharides, hyaluronic acid is present in vitreous humor, cornea, blood vessels, lens, vitreous humor. Attachment of vitreous is strongest at which point? Foveal region, back of the lens, margin of iris, or across the ora serrata. Across the ora serrata. Space of colloquet is phylogenetically related to hyaloid artery, central lateral artery, central lateral vein, or iris. Answer is hyaloid artery. Vitreous humor has high concentration of what compared to blood? Glucose, potassium, sodium, or ascorbate? The answer is ascorbate, because ascorbate in vitreous is 0.4 millimole per kg. Aqueous humor and plasma. These all are different here giving. Then vitreous humor is high concentration of what? Ascorbate. Tertiary vitreous is represented by, I have told in embryology, two origin from of the vitreous. One is mesodermal in origin. That mesodermal origin for primary vitreous. But in secondary and tertiary vitreous, the origin is neuroectoderm. Secondary vitreous or definitive vitreous, that is found in the adult one or after birth, it is of neuroectodermal origin. But the tertiary vitreous is found in zonular system. The tertiary vitreous is represented by zonular system. pH, PV, mutant dots is found on, I have told two types of dots. One is Very interesting. One is mitten dot. Another one is Burge-Mr. papilla. Mitten dot found just, it is the remains, it is found in posterior capsule of the lens. But another counterpart of that is Burge-Mr. papilla. It is found at the optic disc. Both are the remnant of the haloid artery. Mitten dot is found anterior capsule of the lens, posterior capsule of the lens, vitreous and retina. Answer is B, the vitreous capsule of retina. Muscovolitins are seen in vitreous detachment, vitreous hemorrhages, remains of primitive hyaloid vasculature in Ills disease. It is natural change. It is natural. It is muscovolitins. आप जब विजुअल फील्ड में आप देखते हैं तो कोई भी मच्छर की तरह उड़ता हुआ दिखता है ब्लैक शैडो जैसा स्काई में. तो एनी ओपेसिटी दैट इज इनसाइड द विट्रस, it is observed in the vitreous field, in the visual field. But any object in the visual field, the image is cast on the retina. But any opacity in any object inside the vitreous, the image is in the visual field. That is remains of the primitive hyaloid vasculature. 8. The answer is C. The most common cause of vitreous hemorrhage is in adult is most common retinal hole, trauma, hypertension, and diabetes. Then now the answer is diabetes. There is microangiopathy in the diabetes. In detail, we have go through in the retina chapter. Okay. A 44-year-old woman presents sudden painless loss of vision with history of previous similar episode. Fundoscopy show no glow. What could be the possible diagnosis? I just repeat the question. A 44-year-old woman presents sudden painless loss of vision with history of previous similar episodes. Fundoscopy shows no glow. If there for fundal glow and the glow of the retinal blood vessels that we observe from the outside, either through the 90D or 20D or any means, through the slit lamp or through the 20D lenses, or direct or indirect procedure, what may be the procedure? We see the blood vessels reflections, that is fundal glow. If there is any opacity, either from the cornea to the retina, that hamper the visual field. If there is, just imagine, huge vitreous hemorrhages, then no fundal glow. We will not observe the fundal glow because it obstructs the reflections of the blood vessels of the retina. And option is vitreous hemorrhages, rhegmatogenous retinal detachment, acute congestive glaucoma, and fungal keratitis. Answer is vitreous hemorrhage. What is the immediate management of vitreous hemorrhages in eye? If there is hemorrhage in the eye or in the vitreous, what is the immediate treatment? Just I have told. If there is vitreous hemorrhage inside the vitreous through the any leaking blood vessels or any microangiopathies, these absorb in 4 to 8 weeks. But there should be no fresh bleeding. If there is refresh bleeding, that will take more time. Then for stopping or for prevention or for curing the vitreous hemorrhages, we have to cure the cause of the hemorrhage. What is the possible cause of the hemorrhage? We have to rule out the cause. This may be either the microangiopathies or it may be due to the another pathologies. So we have just treated the cause of the vitreous hemorrhages. There is primary management is no treatment. Steroids, antibiotics, vitrectomy. In immediate, no treatment. Investigation of choice of vitreous hemorrhage is ultrasound by microscopy, A scan, B scan, and OCT. Answer is B scan. In cases of vitreous hemorrhages, posterior vitreous detachment, in all these cases, we have to do the B scan. B scan delineate the pathology of the vitreous. Either there is lens inside the vitreous cavity, or there is any vulnerability inside the vitreous cavity, or any hemorrhages or any pathology. We do the B scan. Ills diseases, recurrent optic neuritis, recurrent papuloedema, recurrent periphlebitis retinitis. I have told earlier, it is, we go details in the chapter of retina. Ills disease, recurrent periphlebitis retinitis. What is false about Ills disease? Amongst the following: retinal detachment may occur. A cut is given. It will, we read detail in the chapter of answer of neuritis. Treatment is disease corticosteroids. My students of 2018 batch, most sincere batch, I have go through a brief about the vitreous. We teachers just give you signals and we give you the ideas and we give you the shortest path, but details and more about that, you go through the book. I read more and more times. If you got any confusion, you just discuss with us. We, the Department of I, SKMCS, having a group of the best teachers. You may ask from any teacher any problems. Okay. The main thing is, if you go through the books, then we observe the problems or difficulties. Then we just discuss. We all are at the different learning phase. I am somewhere and you are somewhere. So we all are learner. So my sincere advice to go through the book, read and more read. And if you have any problem, you ask from us. Okay? Okay, guys. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I will try, and in next season, I will just told you what will the chapters we have go through. Okay. 1 or 2 days later, I will know you. Okay. Best of luck and do more study. Okay. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.